Okay, so we ended up getting the Friday lows that we were looking for right down here, and we actually ended up getting some of the Friday highs that we were looking for too. Unfortunately, those highs kind of went a little bit over what we thought of, right? We were looking at a potential of 220, just around 220 and a half, right? But continuing the upside here, it looks like we reached a 222. Really nice opportunity for short-term traders. Sure. But what could be the reason behind this pump, or what could be the reason behind us getting to a little bit of a higher valuation than typically speaking? Well, I'm not sure if anyone really remembers this, but we have Fed Jerome Powell coming to speak to us directly on December 1st. So we have a scheduled December 1st talk with the man himself. And that, of course, brings a little topsy-turviness, right, to the markets. So, okay, so we have an immediate short-term dip. We have a little bit of a later short-term complete rip. And then the thing just comes down to the 50% and kind of validates a potential support here. Okay, so yes, lots of things going on. We still have to observe the probabilities of the macro sentiment and fundamentals, aside from what you typically know of, with me at least, through the eyes of mathematics and the statistics and all kinds of other psychological factors and stuff. Yes, I get it. But let's go ahead and find out what we have in store here for price action on XRP, as I did visit a guy that I typically, that I learned a lot from, right? I'm sure you guys remember him. It was Eric Crown from Crown Crypto's Cave, or that may be what he used to be called, right? But I did notice that he had a very similar statistic as the one that I mentioned, for those of you, it'll be 2 days ago now, but just the last thread of analysis that we put up, I think it better be said like that. So, yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Please do me the favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, coming at you at 9:18 p.m. Pacific time on a rare Saturday, live with the Arca Bulls trading team behind me, right, guys? So, very, very enjoyable times here on this Saturday, November 29th, guys. So, spot price action on XRP sitting at 219.33. After getting ourselves a pretty nice high of the price, just around this top side of 222, sub 222s, right? So that's shallow 222, sorry. And it's a very nice run, although I think that if it were true conviction, it would have probably tried for your 225, 224.5, right around there. But it didn't. It kind of met a little bit short, and that's kind of what makes me feel that it could be a little bit of I mentioned today to some of the team, a little bit of a bittersweet upside continuation. Now, yes, we are presented with a little bit of fear due to the Fed coming on Monday, December 1st. We do have Jerome Powell speaking on the continuation of our rate cuts, guys. So we are now at an 80% or higher probability of getting a rate cut, which is absolutely everything that we've kind of been swinging for here, right? So if we are able to get that, then there is a very good probability that the market will absolutely swing up and down. Yes, but overall, guys, getting the rate cut is going to make it a little easier for small businesses and for really anyone to borrow cash. As the interest rates, of course, we're still within a lagging indicator. It's going to take you 11 to 13 months in order for the curve to even move a little bit, right, in light of these changes. But it's still important for us to acknowledge and prepare for. Okay, guys. Now, I do have to announce, team, that I want you to remember that the Arca Bulls are proud to announce here, guys, that we are officially partnered with PHEMEX crypto exchange, guys. And this is not just any partnership, guys. It really isn't. I've been dealing with this for a long time to get down into the broker fees and execution fees down to a minimum. And I told them that I will receive no money from them if they give me the discounts for my trading team, which is you guys, and a discount for my account to continue testing the algorithms, guys. And with this, we are able to do it now. It is absolutely available to be connected to your TradingView software. So make sure to get that TradingView and that PHEMEX account down in the description below. And remember also that I am trying to help the team out here, right, guys, by putting some of the newest, the latest and greatest of the algorithms. And I know that, you know, a lot of the times I don't do this, but I guess I'll do it. Yeah, you know what? I guess I'll do it this time because whatever, right? But check this out, guys. Okay, this is what's going on here. This is the latest and greatest. I am introducing to you now Hybrid 1, right? This is the newest thing released just today. And this is, it's got profile mode. Now, this is what I mean by profile mode. That, yes, it is very complex. It's got all kinds of parameters and features and all things like that you can change, all filters, but this introduces the first ever profiles. So profiles introduces to you a simple setting, quick start, right? Where it bypasses all of these instruments here and allows you to just go in with the predefined settings that it has available for you. Or you can go into advanced, right? And then it'll enable all the filters and you can adjust as you will. Go crazy with it. But this is also unique because I have independent entries and long positions with independent risk parameters for both. Guys, this is what I did. I spent about 20 minutes in attenuating or moving some settings here, and I have we're gonna see if we can start trading larger money in this, right? But you can see here that from February 1st to about today, this has made 130.86%. So I loaded the account with let's just give it the number here, and you can kind of see what that was, right? So we loaded the account with just about $100,000 here. We could do it with $10,000. We could do it with $500, whatever you want, right? And we set our parameters the way we do. This is your discount right here, guys. This is your execution fee, 0.006% on a VIP 4 tier. You're only going to get that from me, no one else. Okay, guys? So using this and using the futures trading in PHEMEX, this is what it has done passively by itself. Set it and forget it. We're trying to get to that point to where we just literally have zero supervision on this. So if you're curious, make sure to hit the link in the description below. Get this newest algorithm because I promise you, I'm releasing it for about 85-90% off right now, and I won't do that again, and this is only for a limited supply. Guys, make sure to get that done. Send over to arcabulls@gmail.com your proof of purchase and whatever else, guys. Your proof of purchase and, of course, your username for TradingView, and we'll get you linked up. Let's go ahead and find out the price here for XRP, guys, and find out exactly what it's going to be doing because, man, oh, man, am I actually seeing that the Tether dominance is speeding up a little bit. Guys, check this out right here. This is the 20-minute time frame of your Tether dominance, which usually means that it's usually risk off, right? Your risk on assets, and this would be upside, right? So your Tether would, fill up, and in light of that, that would be risk off of your XRP or HBAR or XLM or Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that stuff, right? So people pull out their USDT, right? USDT follows upward and everything else goes downward. Okay, so this is part of the upside that we were on USDT. This is part of the upside that we were talking about just a few days ago. And I am still going to stick to the thesis that I spoke to you about on those a couple days ago too. Okay, guys, and what is that thesis exactly? Okay, so the thesis is that we would resist at a point of these areas here. Of course, we just kind of blew that top here by about 2 cents. And we're now reclaiming down into those areas. So you can see here, as we speed up into your USDT or your Tether dominance, you can see that we speed up the downside on the XRP asset as well. Now, this was the opportunity that I was saying, guys, make sure to maybe consider. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I said that if it were me, I'd probably be taking profits off the table right in these areas here, probably around your 218 to 219. That's fine, right? It went up to 222, and now it's reclaiming. Now, statistically speaking, guys, what I validated with Crown is that there is, a huge probability, a very, very, very useful performer in statistics for Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin typically dips into the first, early December, right, guys, into the first 1 to 4 days of the month, and then it recovers from there. So typically speaking, you see the lows of Bitcoin happen within those first 4 days. Or if it's not that, you would probably see them within the first 7 days. Now, so if you're faced with a December 7th, December 8th, date, and you're not noticing that we already have, kind of touched the local low, then, or we're staying within, we're staying above that local low, then that means that we're doing pretty okay. And that is likely the low that December would feel. So within the first 4 days, that low comes in. If you're noticing that we haven't touched it again within the 7 days or 8 days or whatever that is, it's a good sign. Okay, so a high probability that we would get a dip down on BTC as low as your targets of about $82,000, $83,000, right around in there. Okay, guys. Now, this was my range just a little bit ago, right? And that's where we kind of bounced from. So this right in the middle here is your 82,125, and here is your 83,646 or 668. That's what I believe Bitcoin would kind of do here, right? We would set ourselves to go and back test some of these lows down here. Okay, guys. So please be careful, as this is a very high probability strategy, and that also will affect everything under the sun, right? So Bitcoin here being the blue chip, being the index, that means that it can possibly push your XRP asset. It depends on its resilience, though. I got to say, XRP is a very strong asset, and it does have a lot of sentiment, and it does have a lot of support. So the first area that you got to make sure, right, that you got to make sure to respect, right? If you're starting to dip too low here, below the areas of about 214,770 to around this 215,770, that would usually mean a reclaim outside into this area here, which would then naturally take us down towards the targets of around 209. Just around 209,019 or 207,897. Okay, guys, the liquidity pocket pertinent to this level here would be 205,959. The next condition here, guys, is if we continue down from your tether dominance, or from Bitcoin, if we continue down from the $83,000 target, it's just around very close to 84,000. If we continue down towards your 82,000, well, that would include the probability of XRP running down into the areas of about 198,501. Okay, guys, and these targets are critical, right? They have been used for massive rejections, massive upsides, but it's just a sentiment, guys. Okay, there may actually be this running into the day before the Fed, which is going to be this next trading session here on Sunday. And just before the Fed speaks, we might be bottomed out. We might be headed back up on their speech, guys. You got to watch out. I would suggest for us to maybe hold off on any major positions until after the Fed, which is going to be this Monday coming. Okay, guys, that's going to be a lot of information. If we get declined, the whole thing of a credit, the rate cut, if we get that decline, guys, then the markets are going to feel the pressure. Very likely a potential downside with that. Okay, team. It's just some of the properties that we have to look out for when trading. You know what I mean, guys? Especially in the immediate short term, like for day trading and stuff like that. Which actually reminds me, guys, please. This is my first ever offer, guys. I haven't done this in ever. Okay. So I'm actually saying here that this is the Scalpers Market dual segment mentorship program that I'm offering for the first time ever. And it's just around a 14-week program, guys. And I'm offering it for Cyber Monday at a ridiculous low. Make sure to hit that description below, sign up, get enrolled for this, because we're talking about specific immediate short-term trading, day trading only. We're not talking about going to learn what the candles are about. I'm talking about going straight into strategic execution within any platform. Okay, team? So make sure to get that done. So now that you know the targets here for the XRP asset, guys, I think I think that this would be the time to just be very careful. We're going to get some random pumps here and there. I did notice, I guess I can share with you one more thing here, because I did catch this on Twitter X, right? So this is breaking news from Crypto Rover. Treasury Secretary Bessent says President Trump's administration is going big on crypto. So this was actually today, November 29th, but it was also at 6 a.m. my time, right, guys? So that was just around 12 hours ago, just around there, 11, 12 hours ago, whatever that is. It was said, and if we reflect back into into your charts, it is possible that we were getting some of this upside movement around that time anyway. So I'm wondering, guys, I'm just wondering here if that's, we have a battle of like, oh, they're going to bring it down and then we're going to bring it up and then we're going to bring it down and we're going to bring it up is just, you know what I mean? It's a lot of messing around with, team. So I just want you guys to be very careful because if you look at the chart here, guys, take a look at this. Right, we're sitting, this is a 6-hour chart. I guess we can look at it maybe in an even smaller chart right here, right? So if you're looking at this from these, yeah, look at this. This is your right around that time. So 2 a.m., 4 a.m., leading into the 6 a.m. by hourlies, we're reaching these tops here, So there's a lot of volatility going on, guys. I want you to just be super careful out there, okay, team? Don't make any rash decisions here. Just keep it cool. And yeah, there was another announcement here that, one of my trading team members here, Eagle Eye, is saying there was an announcement saying that Trump mentioned they won't be selling any of the BTC they hold within the government. So, man, we're getting swung here left and right, and I don't want you guys to get caught in that crazy volatility. Okay, team. So my thesis remains. Unfortunately, I still feel like we have some, downside coming in light of that strength of the USDT asset, right, guys? Look at this. So sure, we can come back down, right? Remember, anytime we get a new candle closure here, this would bring us to 30 to 50%. Prior bar retrace before a continuation on that upward trend, and this has absolute upside suggestion. With we are literally expanding here, guys. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say, guys. Please be careful, and everything is going to be cool. But downside suggestions. Let me see. I can just before we go. I don't want to let you guys go, man. I'm so sorry. Hit those ATWs in the chat. I'm really trying to be here as much as I can for you guys, just so that I can be as honest and as transparent as I can be regarding this situation. But leading into a 3-hour time frame, we still have downside posturing here on your stochastic momentum indicator, right? We actually are within critical contraction. So should this slide down anymore and this starts to expand, well, that's going to cascade downside further and further into the later time frames here, right, guys? So we already have that downside posturing on a 4-hour time, and it's still got over 2 hours to close. 6-hour time frame, 25 minutes to close, and it's turning into a red inside bar, and that's not always the best look. Sure, it looks like a bull flag. Sure, it can be an inverse head and shoulders here. It could be many, many different things, but it's all psychological at that point, right? We're going to have to find out what's good. 8-hour time frame still has 2 hours with a downside pivot. 12-hour time frame still has downside. We still have downside, although it looks like upside, right? We're kinked to the downside, right? We have what could still be a 50% retrace of that prior day, but remember also that we still have other time frames that we closed, and that also could be the case. So in total, guys, I think that would be about a 3-day time frame ATR down because of this upside posturing with volatility expanding. So if we were to put this here into data, then that would give us just about a 25-cent decline from the opening of your 3-day time, which was just at about 220.166, so 220.116, down to about, let's see. Well, I mean, look, guys, I just gave you a target of around 198, and, data cells is literally, I'm not just going to say it here. I'm just going to go ahead and take into consideration here your current ATR low, and I'm just going to paste it here so that you guys can kind of see what I am. I'm not making this up. It's just data, guys. Okay, so this is your current ATR low, suggesting just about a 195, which is literally what I said. Okay, guys, so please be very careful. Statistically speaking, we are set for a continuation down via these algorithms, which, by the way, guys, are still going to come back here for sale for the Cyber Monday deal. If there's anything that you're interested in, guys, please let me know. I will consider reopening some of those links for you. Okay, guys, but for now, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Should you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com and everything will be cool. Okay, guys? I love you very much, and we shall speak very, very, Jerry, Scary Larry later. Adios, and yeah, team. Adios. Back to the market prep. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever, 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 ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.